Welcome back. Welcome to another segment of Mindful Moments. Today's segment focuses on grit and mindfulness. Super important these days, especially around schooling and our demands that come with that as well. So we're going to practice mindfulness to develop grit, to develop that part of our character, that part of ourselves that can persevere even in times in which we're tired or just really not wanting to, which happens to me all the time. My name is Mariana, and I'm very, very happy to join you today for today's practice. If you're interested in grit and mindfulness in Spanish, you can find it in the Mindful Moments directory. Before we start, let's do just an easy, quick stretch. Wherever you are, wherever you're seated, you can stay. We're going to inhale, we're going to bring our arms just up above our head, okay? And we're going to just do this kind of circular motion, keeping our arms, our elbows kind of folding at the elbow. And we're going to bring our arms back. Open palm, almost like we're I don't know, stroking the top of our heads or something. And we're moving our arms rhythmically back, above us and behind us. Circular motion, breathing while we're doing it. Sort of a way of creating, not just bringing a movement, but creating a bit of a protective shield around ourselves. Protecting our sense of strength and grit, maybe as we do it. Good, one more on either side. And just shake the arms. Shake the arms out a little bit. And maybe roll your wrists. Good, beautiful, okay. So we are going to practice some grit and mindfulness today. This segment comes with a video, a separate video. So if you have access to the video, I would recommend that you pause, watch the video on grit and mindfulness, and then come back and join me. If you don't have access to the video, no problem at all, because we can just continue. We can continue together. This does not impact whether or not you can participate in today's mindful moment. Always, always. You're always invited to participate no matter what materials you have, no matter what access to handouts or videos you have. So why is it important to practice grit, especially with the mindfulness perspective? Grit helps us succeed, particularly in these times in which we are finding ourselves in. This recording is made in October 2020. And it helps us succeed in moments in our lives and situations in which, it's hard to find the energy, it's hard to find the motivation to keep going on a particular project or to keep going on a particular, just in a particular direction in something. Grit is that piece, that part of our character, that part of ourselves, our inner strength, really, that allows us to persevere, to continue. Examples of grit can be going to your sports practice after school when you're already tired, right? And you just want to go home, but you go and you participate, and that took grit. Another example is working towards long-term goals like college or something else. And knowing that it's far away, it's a ways from now, but I'm going to continue to work towards that. That piece that motivates you to keep going, that's grit. Another example is going to your after-school job, like sports, going to your after-school job when you're tired. You just want to go home, but you go, right? And you finish that shift. That takes grit. That's grit. And you have it, we all have it, I have it. The question is not whether or not we have it. Today's activity focuses on building it. growing it. Kind of like think of a muscle, grit as a muscle, right? You build it and the muscle gets stronger, expands. You're developing that musculature. And so we're going to start developing even more. That grit that is necessary to continue, to keep going, to persevere. Characteristics of grit can include resilience, being resilient, being optimistic, so optimism, courage, having courage to do something that's hard maybe, that's grit. Follow through, perhaps in a situation where something is unclear but we must follow through anyway, that's grit. And so today we are going to be looking at grit in different areas of our lives. So we will use a journal. If you have a pen, pencil, or your computer, or a journal and piece of paper. And we're going to look at one example and then another of how we can develop grit in our lives. And like I said, it's an ongoing process. It's a lifelong process. For me, I still practice building that piece of myself where the grit helps me go to the next level. So first, before we start, let's take a couple deep breaths. We're going to start with breathing in through the nose. Nice full breath, and we're going to breathe out through the mouth. Good, good. Now we're going to do a different breath. We're going to breathe in through the nose, and we're going to breathe out through the nose. But as we inhale through the nose, we're going to inhale in 4 counts. I'll count with you. 2, 3, 4. And then as we breathe out again through the nose, it'll be a longer exhale. We're going to breathe out in 8 counts. So slower breath, more controlled. And I'll again count. We're going to do that 3 times. So we're going to sit with our straight back, shoulders relaxed. Good. We're going to inhale 4 counts through the nose. 4. And then we're going to exhale through the nose 8 counts. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Beautiful. Breathe in 4, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Next one, do on your own count. 2. Breathe out. 7, 8. Great. Beautiful. You can, if you want to keep breathing, pause and keep breathing. I love the slow breathing in through the nose, breathing out through the nose, because it's a very relaxing, very settling, very grounding breath. Okay, so free writing prompt. Have your journal or have your computer with you. Think of a time in your life where you had a challenge. Where you had a challenge and you succeeded. You did it. You persevered. Think of a time when you had a challenge and you overcame it, or you persevered, or you succeeded. They say usually the first thing that comes to mind is the one that we're meant to look at. So if something's already come to mind, go with it. It can be big, can be small, can be recent, can be a long time ago. And now, think about, reflect on how you succeeded, how you did it. Were you on your own? Did you do this on your own? Did you have help? Where were you? What did you need or what was provided for you to succeed, to achieve it, to overcome that challenge. And how long did it take? How hard was it? Spend a moment now writing in your journal about this, or typing in your computer. I will do the same. Something came to mind as I was asking all of you, and I want to make sure I write it down. Good. Okay. If you want to keep writing again, please pause any of these videos anytime you would like to continue with the activity or with the breath that we're doing or with the movement that we're doing. Pause. Pause, continue, come back. Good. Okay. So this example is an important one to focus on because the outcome is we succeeded, right? Think of now a second example in which you had a challenge, or you have a challenge, and what will it take to succeed? What would it have taken to succeed or to overcome it? What grit would have required of you to succeed or to overcome it? Think about that for a moment. You can think of a current challenge, if that's helpful, and what it takes to succeed, to overcome it, what you need, who. Again, you can pause, continue to write, and come back and join me. So the important takeaway, or one of the important takeaways here that I can't say enough, is that we all have grit. And we can all do hard things, as they say, and doing hard things take grit. And doing hard things help us build more of that sense of grit. The mindfulness part is being aware, knowing that this is hard, this is a challenge, and what can I do? Who am I going to be in the face of this challenge? And again, as I said earlier, characteristics include resilience, optimism, courage, follow through. Who am I going to be? Where's the grit here for me to succeed, to persevere, to overcome? And that's where it is. That's where it's at. That's what mindfulness helps us, because it brings us to the present moment. It helps us become aware, develop that awareness, that knowledge. And in doing so, we can ask ourselves, what is required of me in this moment? So taking time to think about these things, taking time to breathe. Breathing always is helpful. And reflecting on challenges, on situations, and reflecting on where's that grit, where's the grit that is needed here for me to overcome. So congratulations, because this is actually not an easy activity, and I encourage you to continue. We are moving forward, right, with building and developing grit for ourselves, and in different areas of our lives, all areas of our lives, really. So let's close with a breathing, another quick, just short breathing. We're gonna sit with our straight back, arms relaxed, shoulders relaxed, chin tucked in a little bit, soft eyes. We're gonna inhale through the nose, and we're gonna breathe out, exhale through the mouth. Nice soft cleansing breath. Palms facing up, relaxing the arms. You can bring a smile to your face if you're motivated to do so. We all have grit. You have it. I have it. And we build it. We develop it like a muscle. Thank you very much. See you next time.